Tonight, here at St. John Arena, the Buckeyes will be looking for another great effort from the Hoosiers because Indiana has something to prove. Can they stay in contention after losing four-year starter Mike Woodson, who is out for the season with major back surgery? Live from St. John Arena in Columbus, Ohio, it's Ohio State basketball on the Trend Sports Network as the Buckeyes take on the Indiana Hoosiers.
Introducing now the starting lineups for tonight's game. For the University of Indiana, at forward, number 32, a 6'10" sophomore from Indianapolis, Indiana, Landon Turner. For Ohio State, at forward, number 23, a 6'8" junior from Cleveland, Ohio, Jim Smith. For Indiana, at forward, number 54, 6'8" freshman from Washington, Indiana, Steve Bucci. For the Buckeyes, at forward, number 33, a 6'7" freshman from Cleveland, Ohio, Clark Kellogg. For Indiana, at center, number 45, a 6'9" junior from Anderson, Indiana, Ray Tobert. For Ohio State, at center, number 32, a 6'10" junior from Columbus, Ohio, Captain Herb Williams. For Indiana, at guard, number 11, a 6'1" freshman from Chicago, Illinois, Isaiah Thomas. For the Scarlet and Gray, at guard, number 15, a 6'2" junior from Barberton, Ohio, Carter Scott. For Indiana, at guard, number 41, a 6'5" senior from Middletown, Ohio, Captain Butch Carter. And for Ohio State, at guard, number 14, a 6'1" senior from Toledo, Ohio, Captain Kelvin Ramsey. The coach of the University of Indiana, Bobby Knight. The coach of the Ohio State Buckeyes, Kelvin Miller.
Jim Bain has got the basketball. Herb Williams at the center jump circle with Ray Tolbert. And we're on our way. Indiana in the bright crimson uniforms. The Buckeyes in white. Clark Kellogg controls the tip. Bounce pass almost out of bounds. It is out of bounds. Bounced on the black line, and the Buckeyes turn it over quickly.
Ohio State starting in a man-to-man, and Jim Smith will be on Ray Tolbert. That's Calvin Ramsey against Isaiah Thomas.
That's one of the matchups that Bill told you about earlier in this broadcast. Tolbert being checked by Smith. Bucci over to Isaiah Thomas, sensational freshman, one of the most highly recruited freshmen in the country, along with Clark Kellogg. Bucci, ball tipped away by Carter Scott. Tolbert giving some directions. Inside, Bucci puts it up left-handed, no good. Rebound comes down to Jim Smith. No score early in this ball game. Calvin Ramsey checked by Isaiah Thomas. Bounce pass to Carter Scott. Carter to jumper. Buckeyes take an early lead.
Ohio State picking up all over the floor now.
Ohio State coming with some early pressure. Carter Scott against Butch Carter. Pass inside to Landon Turner. The shot up and in. Nice 8-foot jump shot by Landon Turner. That's Calvin Ramsey. A bounce pass to Clark Kellogg. Herb Williams with the ball on the baseline. Back to Kellogg. Puts it up. No good out the front of the rim. Forced that one, but he was out of control, so he had to put it up. Isaiah Thomas down to the free throw line. Cut off. Nice inside pass, but the shot. And we have an injured player down on the floor. Play is whistled dead, but Butch Carter hit the floor very hard. But he's all right. He's up and walking around, as you can see. Bobby Knight is up off the bench talking to the official. Bucci, a bounce pass almost stolen by Carter Scott. Butch Carter to Isaiah Thomas at the free throw line. Drives up off the glass. 4-2 Indiana. Here comes Kelvin Ramsey right down the pipe. Loses the ball, but a foul on Isaiah Thomas. Reached in on Kelvin Ramsey as Ramsey was driving for the free throw line. Clark Kellogg out in front to Carter Scott. Herb Williams. Long jump shot by Herb. Nothing but cord. Ties the ball game at 4. And Indiana lets the ball roll around for a little while, and the official is counting, as you can see at the top of their screen, and they have to call timeout. There's a timeout here at St. John Arena with the score, Ohio State 4, Indiana 4. By the Buckeyes. They're really jamming them up. Bushi gets it into Carter. Carter to Isaiah Thomas. Who is checked closely by Kelvin Ramsey. Long bounce pass to Tolbert. Tolbert tries to drive it in the middle, gets it to Carter. Carter retreats a bit. Isaiah checked by Clark Kellogg. A foul is called.
It's going to be against Herb Williams reaching in.
And Steve Bucci playing it in. Butch Carter. And Carter is called for traveling. Jerry Sears and Eldon Miller discussing the situation. 4-4 ball game. 17:50 left to play in the first half. Pass inside to Williams off the glass. Beautiful play, turnaround jumper by Williams. 6-4, Bucks.
Good soft jumper off the glass that time by Herb.
Now quickly, Butch Carter jams one home and ties it at 6.
That's where any press has trouble once you beat that front line. And Butch Carter got it down the floor in a hurry. Put down into the slam.
Kellogg, short. Carter with a rebound. Ray Tolbert and Bucci standing right next to each other. Now they get it to Isaiah, who moves it out, tells the Hoosiers to start running around. Bounce pass to Tolbert. Up there, correction, Landon Turner up and in. Indiana takes the lead, 8-6, as Ramsey comes down, goes to the baseline, pulls up, gets the pass out to Jim Smith. To Kellogg, back to Kelvin Ramsey. That's Carter Scott inside to Smith. Short jumper over Tolbert, no good. Rebound by Indiana. That's Isaiah Thomas with the ball. Landon Turner tries to get it underneath. It's tipped away. Thomas Scott tipped away. Rebound down on the floor. Out with it is Ramsey. Ramsey makes the move and travels.
Kelvin Ramsey went with a crossover dribble. Isaiah Thomas got a hand on it. Kelvin touched it again before it hit the floor, but they called the traveling on Kelvin Ramsey.
Butch Carter from Middletown, Ohio. And that's Isaiah Thomas from Chicago, Illinois. Tolbert to Bucci. Bucci just a freshman. There's Thomas, another freshman. That shot is blocked.
Foul's going to go against Clark Kellogg as Isaiah Thomas got by Herb Williams on the baseline. Kind of double clutched it in there, and the foul's going to go against Clark. So Thomas will go to the line shooting 2 with 15:20 remaining here in the first half.
Indiana leads by 2, 8-6. There's Isaiah, 6'1", star of the Pan American game, 78% from the line. Hits the first one, makes it 9-6 Indiana.
Unbelievable player for just a freshman league, just unbelievable.
Second shot is missed, and Herb comes down with a rebound. That's Carter Scott. Scott gets a pass inside. It's not handled, but Williams puts it up, no good. Buckeyes are forcing some shots early in this game and falling behind. It's 9-6, and there's a shot by Turner. He hits that one. Turner, 11-6. And quickly, Eldon Miller is up off the bench to call a timeout at St. John Arena with the score, Indiana 11, Ohio State 6. And that is Kelvin Ramsey. Smith on the baseline to Kellogg. Kellogg, 15-footer off the front of the rim. Smith puts it up, and play is whistled dead. He's called for traveling.
Jimmy Smith went up strongly after the rebound and came down and repositioned himself to go back up again. Was called for walking.
Eldon Miller does not like the call. Either does Jim Smith, as you see that typhoon frown on his face.
Ohio State really trying to go back to work defensively here because Indiana gets the lead on you. This is the kind of tempo they like to play.
That's Colbert over Smith. That's good.
They're a very physical basketball team, and they just continue to run their picks and screens for one another. That time Colbert hit the open jumper around the foul line. They're doing an interesting thing. They're really backing off the outside against Ohio State and giving Kellogg a shot, which he takes right there and misses, and they're also giving Jim Smith a shot. Another steal by Isaiah Thomas.
And that ball, a long pass, overthrown and picked up by Kelvin Ramsey. Bucci is backing way off inside to Ramsey. No good. Tipped up. No good. And there's a whistle underneath. And it's called on Colbert. Ray Colbert of Indiana. A correction. Landon Turner. Landon Turner, number 32.
Landon Turner is second.
Clark Kellogg into Ramsey. Puts it up. Hits it. From the baseline, about a 6-footer.
Good individual move that time by Kelvin. Put the ball just on the floor the one time as he took it to the basket, pulled up and shot the soft jumper.
Buckeyes have cut the Indiana lead to 5 with 13 minutes left to play in the first half, and the traveling call on Indiana. So the Buckeyes will get a chance to cut it to 3 as you look at Bobby Knight. Man who brought a gold medal to the United States to Pan American Games in a very controversial confrontation with Hispanic justice. There's Clark Kellogg. They're giving Clark plenty of room to shoot. Apparently they don't believe that he can hit from the outside. Inside. And he is whacked in there by Steve Bucci.
I think you're taught in Indiana you never give the layup, especially if you're not in foul trouble. Kellogg makes a good move across. Bucci puts a hammer on him.
Got just about all of them. Head, nose, shoulder, and lips. There he is, 87% from the free throw line. It's the first one. Kellogg, like Isaiah Thomas, one of the most highly recruited freshmen in the country. Kellogg again. Yes. 13-10. The Buckeyes trail by 3 with 12:51 left to play. Isaiah Thomas, who field directs for a while. Underneath. Blocked by Jim Smith. Over trying to get it up, and that brings the crowd to its feet. As Kellogg comes down, drives to the middle, bounce pass to Ramsey. 15-footer, no good. Rebound, battle for it. Tipped out of bounds as Herb Williams goes down. Williams couldn't keep his balance. He was way up in the air, and the Buckeyes fans are loving it.
Great defensive play at the other end by Jim Smith, and it certainly turned this crowd on in the arena.
Isaiah Thomas on the right side at the bottom of your screen. Bucci goes to the middle. To Colbert. Ball stolen by Carter Scott. Carter drives, no good. Rebound to Ramsey, 2 points. Carter was thinking about Isaiah Thomas, but Ramsey was right there to follow. 13-12, Indiana leads by 1. And listen to this crowd. Ball stolen.
Foul's going to go against Carter Scott. Reaching in on Butch Carter. Bobby Knight going to his bench right away. Steve Bucci, after the turnover at the other end, comes out. And Steve Risley checks in.
Steve Risley into the lineup for Indiana as they play the ball in to Thomas. Listen to that crowd. They're making some noise now. Colbert goes to the line, off to Isaiah Butch Carter, who gets the shot up. It's off the rim and comes out, and a foul is called.
I'll get Ray Colbert up over the back inside. Let's take another look at it. There's the ball fake by Carter, puts it on the floor. He's hidden there behind the body, shoots the jumper, too strong. Colbert coming in over the back. Brushed Herb Williams as he went up for the rebound. Was called for the personal. 11:20 remaining in the first half. Ohio State trailing by 1.
That's Clark Kellogg. Kellogg drives the middle, puts it up off the glass, no good. Rebound down to Landon Turner. Quickly to Carter. Carter fakes and then back to Thomas. Boy, he's bad. There's a shot by Colbert. Hits nothing but cord. And Indiana takes a 15-12 lead. 10:45 left to play in the first half. Kelvin Ramsey. Bounce pass to Kellogg.
He really got it packed in and inside again, defensively again.
Pass tipped away and recovered by Butch Carter to Thomas to the free throw line. Tries a reverse tip. Gets the ball. Stolen by Carter. Up. In. Yes. And a foul on Isaiah Thomas. A great layup.
That's 2 personal fouls now against Isaiah Thomas. Let's take another look at Carter Scott. Just simply jumps over him. Good body control and lays it in off the glass two-handed.
Great leaping ability by Carter Scott. He wanted to stuff that one, but he changed his mind at the last moment and went up strong with 2 hands and made it 15-14. Indiana leading by 1, and Carter Scott from Farmington, Ohio, an 86% shooter from the line, puts it up. Yes.
2 freshman guards in the backcourt for Indiana at this point in the game.
Shot up by Landon Turner. Landon Turner is 4 for 4 with 8 points.
Excellent defense that time. The hand was in his face, but Landon Turner just made a very difficult shot off the baseline.
17-15. Indiana shot by Carter. Shot is good. He really pumped that one up there, had good trajectory on it, and dropped it through the cords as you look at Carter Scott. 17 all. Steve Risley handing the basketball for takes too long.
5-second rule.
5 seconds. Risley got a little excited and didn't get the basketball into play. Carter Scott has 7 points, 3 for 4 from the field, and 1 for 1 from the line. 2 steals and 2 fouls. He's had quite a season already tonight. That's Calvin Ramsey inside to Smith. And Smith is called for traveling. Bringing you the play-by-play from St. John Arena. And there's a shot pass inside. Risley hits it.
Excellent feed that time by Ray Colbert. He had the open jumper from the corner and gave the ball up to Risley for the layup.
Clark Kellogg to Huggins. Fakes a pass. Checked by Isaiah Thomas. Inside to Williams. Shot is up. No. Kellogg rebound. Good. Big Clark Kellogg reached in for the rebound and put it right back up.
Good aggressive move by Clark and nice body control on the shot.
Landon Turner called for traveling. And Eldon Miller is starting to get fired up as he welcomes Jim Smith back to the bench as Jim is replaced by another Jim Ellinghausen, a 6'8", 216-pound senior from Plymouth, Michigan. Huggins to Ramsey on a baseline. 21-19, and Buckeyes back into the lead. 6 points for Calvin Ramsey. 8:15 left to play in the first stanza. Isaiah Thomas off to Risley. That's Risley again. Colbert. Rebound off to Clark Kellogg, looking for the fast break, but the Hoosiers are down first. Kellogg still looking, checking. To Huggins. Back to Kellogg. Now to Ramsey in a deep corner. Around the horn to Ellinghausen on the opposite side at the bottom of your screen. Kellogg, 15-footer by Clark Kellogg makes it 23-19, Ohio State.
That's the best patience Ohio State has shown tonight on the offensive end. They took good care of the basketball and finally got the wide open jumper. Indiana, of course, with two starters missing tonight.
Ellinghausen steals the pass. Ahead to Williams. Williams trying to get it up, but it's called for traveling.
Tell you what I was referring to earlier there before the steal by Jimmy Ellinghausen. Indiana playing with a couple of subs here tonight, and with starters missing before the ball game, that means they're probably down to their 8, 9, and 10 men right now.
There's a timeout on the floor here at St. John Arena with the score Ohio State 23, Indiana 19.
Woodson being gone still hold Indiana in that position.
Indiana with a basketball. Jim Thomas to Isaiah Thomas. Isaiah back out in front. Pass tipped away by Williams, but Tolbert regains possession. Isaiah checked by Herb Williams.
Ohio State with a 4-point lead, staying in the man-to-man.
Oh, nice shot by little Isaiah Thomas right off the baseline.
Excellent footwork that time, especially for just a freshman.
23-21. The Buckeyes by 2 over the Hoosiers of Indiana. Pass inside is out of bounds, thrown away as the Buckeyes turn it over to Isaiah Thomas. Jumper off the flank. Rebound comes down. Indiana maintains control as Indiana takes the ball out. They have had possession down here for about 45, 50 seconds. Buckeyes can't seem to regain possession of the basketball. 23-21, 4:48 left to play in the first half. Buckeyes lead Indiana by 2. Indiana taking plenty of time. They want to get the right shot at the right time. Isaiah Thomas drives at the baseline, flings it up in the air, and a foul is called.
First one's going to be against Kelvin Ramsey.
Exactly 4 minutes left to play. 6 points for Herb Williams.
Now, last time down, Ray Tolbert was playing directly behind Herb Williams, and I don't think
That's
there's
good.
anybody who can afford to play that position on Herb.
Shot clock.
Personal foul again against Kelvin Ramsey. So Isaiah Thomas will go back up to the line, shooting 2. 3 minutes and 50 seconds remaining in the first half.
There's a timeout here at St. John Arena in Columbus, Ohio, with the score Ohio State 25, Indiana 21. 30 steals so far this year. An incredibly quick young basketball player. Indiana has cut the lead to 2, 25-23. As Todd Penn brings the ball down for the Buckeyes. Bounce pass to Clark Kellogg. Kellogg is called for traveling. That makes 8 Ohio State turnovers. Grunwald with a heavy knee brace on. Gets the ball to Risley. Risley tries to get it to Thomas, cutting across the circle. Can't do it. Gets it back to Butch Carter. Up to Tolbert. Grunwald to the baseline. Back to Tolbert. Indiana continues to move the ball around. Indiana out in front, moving the ball around the perimeter. Grunwald a shot, he hits it. Ties the game at 25 as Todd Penn brings the ball down for Ohio State with 2:48 left to play in the first half. Clark Kellogg goes to the middle, bounce pass out to Ramsey. Todd Penn takes the easy free jumper. Rebound, no good. Rebound again, no good. Long pass down to Butch Carter. Penn picks him up quickly, and Carter slows it down. I said easy shot. What I meant was an open shot. A lot of difference. None of them are easy.
Not out here tonight at either end.
There's Thomas, jumper. Indiana leads 27-25. 2 minutes left to play in this basketball game's first half. Todd Penn checked by Isaiah Thomas. Ramsey quickly gets it up, in and out. Grunwald rebounds for Indiana. Isaiah Thomas down to the free throw line, puts it up from there, hits again. 29-25. Isaiah Thomas with 11 points so far in the first half. So he's put on quite a show as the Buckeyes now trail by 4. Clark Kellogg with a jumper off to the side, an air ball. 1:20 left to play in the first half. Thomas comes down to Tolbert. Tolbert puts it up. He hits it. And bang, the Hoosiers of Indiana are now leading 31-25 with 1:13 left to play. And Ohio State's lead dissolved very quickly.
Well, Todd Penn came in and played Isaiah Thomas. Isaiah made the first jumper under some pressure. The second time, I think he just realized he finally had someone he could get a shot off over in this league, and he jumped on up and hit it for 2 in a row for Isaiah and took the lead 29-25. And then the last time down, really, Indiana just beat Ohio State in the transition game and got the good jumper from Tolbert out of the corner.
Todd Penn, you're watching. There's a bounce pass to Kellogg. Inside to Williams. Williams goes to the line, and it's tipped away from him by Isaiah Thomas. Williams has 6 points on the night, but only 1 rebound so far. There's a, oh, what a move by Kelvin Ramsey. Wow. Buckeyes now trail by 4.
Good aggressive move that time by Kelvin Ramsey.
8 points for Kelvin. 42 seconds left to play in the first half. As undoubtedly Indiana will go for that one shot. That's Grunwald to Risley. Now Isaiah Thomas. 25 seconds left. Grunwald. That's Tolbert. 15 seconds. 13, 12. Guess that Isaiah Thomas will be their designated shooter. 5 seconds inside to Butch Carter. And a foul is called on Todd Penn with 2 seconds left to play.
They got the mismatch inside. They got the 6'5" Carter on the shorter pin, and Isaiah Thomas went to him with the basketball.
So Butch Carter is at the line as the Buckeyes trail Indiana 31-27. with 2 seconds left to play in the first half.
This will probably be Butch Carter's last trip into this building. He played here in high school tournaments with Middletown. In fact, his high school coach, Paul Walker, is here in attendance tonight.
Carter hits the first one, makes it 32-27. There's a panoramic view of St. John Arena. Carter misses the second. Ellinghausen gets it out for Ohio State, but the horn sounds, and the score at halftime here at St. John Arena is Ohio State 27, Indiana 32. We'll be back.
The one major difference being the fact that Indiana shot 66% from the floor, Ohio State 43.
The rest of the starting lineup, Isaiah Thomas, Ray Tolbert, Landon Turner, and Butch Carter. There's a shot up by Williams. No good. Rebound to Kellogg. Puts it in. Here's the replay on it.
Take another look at it. Ball went off the hand of Butch Carter, and then he flicked Kellogg on the arm as Clark went up and laid it in. So Ohio State with a chance to get right back in it starting the second half with a potential three-point play.
Clark Kellogg, 25 assists so far this season. That shot is up, no good. Rebound, battle for underneath. Williams' shot is rejected by Colbert. Down quickly the Hoosiers. 32-29. Buckeyes trail by 3. Grunwald to Tolbert. To Carter. Butch Carter, the long jumper. He hits it. 34-29. Kelvin Ramsey at the timeline at the top of your screen. That's Clark Kellogg. Bounce pass to Carter Scott, who gets it off to Ramsey. There's Jim Smith with the ball. Back to Ramsey. Jim Smith almost threw it past Carter Scott. Jumper, good.
They were virtually giving Jim Smith the outside shot. He elected not to take it and got the ball to Carter Scott, who drilled it for Ohio State, 34-31.
Inside to Landon Turner, out to Tolbert, long jumper, in and out, rebound to Williams, ahead to Jim Smith. Brings it home.
Now, without question, is Jim Smith's safest shooting range. He just threw it down and got also assessed a technical foul for grabbing a hold of the rim. Elvin Miller up off the Ohio State bench. They don't like the call.
Not at all pleased with that call. Here it is.
They get another look at it again. Jim looking back to see if anybody's coming. There he is, and the hands are on the ring.
Grunwald into Butch Carter.
That fast break that Ohio State had there with Jim Smith going in is one of the rare times this ball game where they've gotten down the floor ahead of Indiana.
Carter to Grunwald. Grunwald to Tolbert. Tolbert waving some traffic around. Inside to Tolbert. Ball tipped away by Carter Scott. And they give the ball to Indiana. Not very reckless with the basketball.
Ohio State now playing the zone defense after the out-of-bounds play from the baseline.
Long pass cross court to Grunwald, to Tolbert. Grunwald puts the shot up, it's short. And a ball underneath on Landon Turner. Number 32, there he is, Landon Turner, a 6'10" sophomore. So the Buckeyes take over the basketball as you watch Carter Scott and Kelvin Ramsey moving down court for Ohio State. Clark Kellogg. Scott to Ramsey. Herb Williams in the corner. Puts it over his head. Back to Carter Scott. Scott goes to the baseline. Bounce pass to out to Smith. Smith puts the jumper up off the glass. Tolbert and Landon Turner battle Williams for the rebound. Carter Scott. Shot no. In rebound Landon Turner. 36-33 with 17:03 left to play. Landon Turner with 10 points so far this evening. Carter Scott, the 15-foot jumper, in and out. Turner out rebounds the Buckeyes. Long pass ahead. Tolbert bounces it off Carter Scott, and Indiana maintains possession. That's Carter at the top of your screen. Isaiah Thomas goes to the baseline, works it in to Landon Turner. The shot is blocked, and the Buckeyes come away with the ball.
Good defense by Ohio State. There's a foul going to go against Ray Tolbert as Herb Williams once again posted up inside, called for the ball. Ball was delivered to him, and he went to the basket with some authority that time.
Herb was determined to get that ball up, and Tolbert had nothing to do but foul him as Bobby Knight. A little bit concerned now. 26 blocked shots as Herb throws the first one up and hits the Tory. Second shot in and out. Colbert way up for the rebound. Gets it off to Butch Carter, who gets it to Isaiah Thomas. Isaiah Thomas to the free throw line. Loop pass to Butch Carter. He backs off.
Ohio State going to the zone defense.
That shot up and in by Landon Turner. Everybody's clapping, but we're not. Excuse me, Ray Tolbert. And there's a timeout on the floor here at St. John Arena with a score, Indiana 38, Ohio State 34. Kelvin Ramsey brings it down. Clark Kellogg at the top of your screen. Bounce pass to Carter Scott. Long jumper by Kellogg, in and out. Landon Turner has a shot blocked by Williams.
One of the many good defensive plays we've seen on the inside here tonight by both clubs.
Steve Bucci and the foul again as he reaches in on Clark Kellogg. Here's the replay. Let's take a look at it.
Kellogg once again with all kinds of room, takes it to the defense this time, and Bucci gets him across the wrist as Clark goes up for the jumper. That could very well be the key to this basketball game before it's over, whether or not Ohio State can convert that open shot that they're getting from the side and whether Indiana will continue to give it to them.
Kellogg misses the first of two. This is the second one, and Tolbert comes down with a rebound. 15:07 left to play in this ball game. Isaiah Thomas, one of the great freshmen in the country, at the top, now in the middle, driving to the basket.
Kelvin Ramsey objecting inside. This guy is so quick. It's nice to be able to watch these games and not have to worry about guarding somebody like that, I'll tell you. Pass to Butch Carter.
That's 3 fouls on Kelvin Ramsey, number 14 for the Buckeyes. As you look at him, he was not at all pleased with that one as the Hoosiers get the ball out to Isaiah. Herb Williams checking Isaiah Thomas. There's a pass inside to Tolbert. Tolbert gets it out to Isaiah. Shot up, no. Rebound.
I think this was going to go against Clark Kellogg as Landon Turner had established inside position. Indeed it does.
There you're looking at Clark Kellogg as he is at the moment out position under the basket and draws the foul.
Ohio State in the zone, Indiana retaining possession.
Long jumper by Isaiah, no. Rebound, tipped out. Ball controlled by Indiana again. Steve Bucci will play it in for the Hoosiers as you look at the scoreboard, 38-34. Indiana leading by 4. 14:25 left to play in this game. Butch Carter. Buckeyes in the zone defense. Steve Bucci and Carter playing catch back and forth at the bottom of your screen. Out goes to the opposite side. Long cross-court pass to Bucci. That's Butch Carter.
Ohio State packing a 1-3-1 back inside.
Long jumper by Carter. He is hot tonight. Butch Carter puts Indiana into a 40-34 lead. There's a timeout here at St. John Arena in Columbus, Ohio, with the score, Indiana 40, Ohio State 34. And they're 6 points down from doing it, so they've got a problem as Ramsey drives for the bucket, puts it up and in. Williams has the ball knocked away, and play is whistled dead underneath.
Big rebound that time by Herb Williams. Kelvin makes a good move, penetrates the inside, stops and ups and jumps it. Ball bounded high to the left, and Big Herb was there. Went up strongly with it, was fouled by Butch Carter.
6 foot 10 inch junior from Marion Franklin makes the first one. There you go. 15:31 left to play. And there's the score. Indiana 40, Ohio State 36, as the Buckeyes put a little more defensive pressure on the Hoosiers. That's Tolbert out in front now. Good touch for a big man. That's Butch Carter, who has been shooting over the Buckeyes. Isaiah Thomas, who has been knifing through the Buckeyes, bounce pass to Bucci. Bucci puts it up, rejected by Williams. Carter shot down quickly. So 1-on-2 break underneath the Jim Smith basket. And the Buckeyes love it. Here's the replay. Wow, did you see that? Listen to this crowd. And Jim Smith here's the replay. Carter shot. Underneath to Jim Smith, bang, bucket. And Smith is at the free throw line.
Foul was called on Landon Turner, so Steve Bucci, who could not get the ball to go down for him at the other end. That entire episode was triggered by another great defensive play by Herb Williams. He got the block shot and created the break.
Two shots coming up for Big Herb. First one is off the front of the rim. That one is also no good. Smith puts a rebound up. Carter shot. Carter shot. Smith missed with the tip in, but Carter Scott went way up with the rebound and poured it right back through. 42-40.
Good aggressive play that time by Ohio State. Both players just beating the entire Indiana team with the ball. Jim Smith doing a good job of keeping it alive. We've got a grounding violation now. So the ball will go back to Ohio State. They've got a chance to tie.
Kelvin Ramsey. Buckeyes trail by 2. Ramsey has the basketball, and Isaiah Thomas fouls Ramsey. Look at this crowd. They're really getting cranked up as Bobby Knight comes off the bench and fires and wilds at the official. Here's that great play by Carter Scott.
Jim Smith with the attempted dunk from the second spot on the free throw lane. Carter comes right along aggressively and cleans it up.
Ball game. 10 points for Kelvin Ramsey.
Ohio State tells Indiana 8-2, and Indiana wants a timeout to talk it over. So with 11:40 remaining in the ball game, we've got a tie at 42 all.
11:40 left to play. It's 42 all as the Hoosiers in the scarlet uniforms play the ball in. Glenn Grunwald back in the ball game for Indiana. That's him at the top of your screen with the ball. Back to Isaiah Thomas.
Ohio State was trailing 40-34. Elvin Miller took the timeout, and the Bucks have scored 8-2 for Indiana. Bobby Knight reversed the action. He took the last timeout.
Nice shot from the side. Buckeye defense got crossed up a little bit. And Grunwald put one over the top. 44-42 Indiana. Carter Scott inside. Nice fake by Clark Kellogg. Puts the shot up. Rolls around. Hits in by Herb Williams.
Ohio State changing up their offense now. That time Carter Scott had the entire left side of the floor to work with, while the big people stacked along the foul line at the other side in a straight line. Kellogg breaking out for the jumper inside. Herb Williams on the tip in, and now this is Isaiah Thomas with the basketball for Indiana.
Bush Carter with the basketball. 34-44. The Hoosiers move the ball around the perimeter. Isaiah Thomas to Ray Tolbert. Glenn Grunwald, checked by Clark Kellogg. The Buckeye fans starting to move it up here at St. John Arena. Thomas puts the ball on for Landon Turner inside to Grunwald. He puts that shot up, tipped around, tipped again, Tolbert again. Tolbert hits it. They are tenacious under that basket, 46-44.
Super board work that time for Indiana. Grunwald keeping it alive, and Ray Tolbert finally getting it to go down.
Kelvin Ramsey drives to the bucket, puts it up, yes! Ramsey over Ray Colbert. 46 all. 9:27 left to play in the game.
Thomas made the reaching move against Kelvin Ramsey, and you can't do that. Kelvin with great quickness of his own, and that time he made the good bucket.
Butch Carter in the corner near screen. Back to Isaiah Thomas at the top of the lane. Now it's Colbert with the basketball. Isaiah up in. Isaiah Thomas. 9 minutes left to play. 13 points for Isaiah Thomas. The Hoosiers lead by 2. Kelvin Kellogg. Kelvin to Kellogg, and he hits the 2. 48-48. 8:38 left to play. 10 points for Clark Kellogg. Landon Turner. Isaiah Thomas. As both teams are beginning to warm up a bit to the task at hand at St. John Arena. Traveling against Isaiah Thomas, and Bobby Knight is up off the bench. Not happy at all. There is Bobby. Kelvin Ramsey, checked by Thomas, makes a pass, gets one off to Carter Scott. Scott drives to the right side. Changes hands, bounce pass to Jim Smith. Jumper short, good! Jim Smith puts the Buckeyes up by 2, 50-48. 6-foot jumper, and Jim Smith was equal to the task.
A little over 7.5 minutes remaining. Got another game in the league tonight with 7.5 minutes remaining, and now Purdue leads Michigan State 60-53 in that one. Right here it's Ohio State 50, Indiana 48.
Drives, gets it off to Butch Carter. Back to Grunwald. That's Isaiah once again.
Gonna have a basket and the foul. Ray Tolbert getting the good lob pass. Slammed it home. Fouls inside on Carter Scott. Let's take another look at it. Here's the pass coming across. Tolbert going up strongly. He jams and will have a chance to put Indiana back on the lead.
Ray Colbert with 12 points so far on the night.
Bobby Knight once again up off the bench talking to the officials. Telling Miller going to half court also just to get a word in.
Colbert puts the shot up, it's good. Isaiah Thomas walked over and gave the referee a little pat on the shoulder, said, come on, don't let it bother you. And Carter Scott driving to the baseline, puts it up left-handed, it's good, and Grunwald fouls Carter Scott.
Once again, Ohio State cleared the entire side of the floor. This time they cleared the right side, and the left-handed Carter Scott took it. Let's take another look at it. Here's Carter, head up, makes the crossover dribble, puts it to the right hand. 3 Hoosiers there. Grunwald was the closer. Back to live action, and this is Carter Scott, an 85% shooter from the line, putting it up. Yes! Ohio State 53, Indiana 51. Back out to Grunwald. Lob pass to Butch Carter, who's been shooting the eyes out of the basket from about 25 feet. Long cross-court pass. Back to Thomas. Thomas drives, gets it back out to Grunwald. Zone defense for the Buckeyes. Inside to Tolbert. Tolbert is fouled. Foul's going to be on Jim Smith inside as Tolbert got a step along the baseline. Decision now will be whether or not Tolbert was shooting the ball. Here he goes. Coming up with the reverse. Tolbert went to the line to light up saying he's shooting 2. Jim Bain, the official, says no. Bobby Knight upset once again. Of course, I think Bobby Knight was born upset.
Here we go. Underneath, outside to Tolbert. Tolbert to Isaiah Thomas. That's Tolbert. Top of your screen, and Isaiah Thomas dribbling toward the middle. Long lob pass to Grunwald.
Indiana's trying to set the screen on the baseline runner, who's the back man in that zone defense. That's Carter Scott. Landon Turner setting up the screen. They're looking to lob over the top. Trying to go to Grunwald in the corners against it. This is the spot where they would have normally used Mike Woodson without doubt.
That's Grunwald in the corner. Now there's pass outside to Carter. Goes to the top of the lane. Isaiah Thomas. Landon Turner back to Thomas. It's got the inside to Tolbert. And Tolbert is fouled by Jim Smith.
That time Tolbert was definitely passing the ball to see a shot at Eldon Miller. 5:43 remaining in the ballgame. 53-51 Ohio State over Indiana.
Tolbert is 6 for 10 from the field, shooting 60%. He has a total of 13 points and has grabbed 6 rebounds as Carter plays it into Landon Turner. Way out to Tolbert. That's little Isaiah Thomas. Butch Carter to Grunwald. Corner shot, good. 53 all with 5:27 left. We've got some kind of ball game here at St. John Arena. Two tenacious, talented ball clubs. Indiana and Ohio State is. Carter Scott goes off the glass. No. Rebounded Tolbert. Isaiah Thomas inside quickly to Butch Carter. Fake. What a shot and a hit by Tolbert.
Eldon Miller now upset. He felt that Tolbert was in the cylinder when he put that one back in, meaning offensive goaltending.
Clark Kellogg drops one in from 17 feet.
This is the point we alluded to earlier. They're simply giving Kellogg the outside jumper once again.
Let's take a look at Tolbert's shot. See if he was up in that cylinder. There's the shot by Carter. Tolbert.
I think he was outside of it.
I think he was. I think it was a good call. Indiana on the attack. That's a live action. That's Butch Carter out in front. A very patient Indiana basketball team.
Big hoop time down by Clark Kellogg, who nodded again at 55.
4:12 left to play in this one. All tied at 55 as you look at Isaiah Thomas lob it cross court to Grunwald. Back to Carter. And trying to get somebody loose on that baseline. They've been doing a good job most of the evening. Landon Turner. Stolen by Clark Kellogg. A bounce pass picked off by Clark Kellogg. Drives to Carter Scott. Cross court pass to Ramsey, and the Buckeyes pull it up and settle down. Eldon Miller calls for play number 3.
Oh, boy.
Jump ball, boy.
The officials all looked at one another.
Nobody had the call, so they called it a jump ball. There's a timeout here at St. John Arena with the score, Ohio State 55, Indiana 55.
Critical possession.
Indiana controls 3:25 left to play in this one. And you can look for a very slow, deliberate Indiana offense in this situation. Isaiah Thomas out to Grunwald. Grunwald is hollering for a little action. Tolbert comes out, takes the pass. Inside to Grunwald, shot, no, rebound to Herb Williams. Rebound to Williams with 2:59 on the clock. That's Kelvin Ramsey at the top of your screen. Being checked closely by Isaiah Thomas. Kellogg with the ball over his head. Puts it down. Back to Ramsey. Pass to Williams, puts the shot up, forced it, no good. Grunwald comes down with a rebound. 1:53 on the clock. 55-55, Indiana and Ohio State. Isaiah Thomas to Grunwald. Grunwald to Colbert. Thomas is working the baseline, being checked by Ramsey. Hoosiers are looking for it. Thomas fakes being knocked out by Herb Williams. Gets back up and takes the pass. Off to Colbert. Over to Butch Carter. That's Grunwald back to Thomas. 1:53, 52, 51. As the Hoosiers wind the clock down. Indiana moving the basketball. It's all tied at 55. That's Colbert. The top of your screen. Grunwald. Clark Kellogg gets aggressive on defense. Trying to force an error by Grunwald. That's Isaiah Thomas, the freshman, who seems to be doing most of the field direction. Inside. Shot is blocked, but the basket is good. Here it is again. Take a look at it.
Here's Grunwald. Got the ball inside. Rule was he pinned it on the backboard.
So the Hoosiers take a 2-point lead with 1:11 left, 57-55, and Grunwald will be at the line.
Grunwald made the good cut without the basketball, and I think he's about the most tired fellow on the floor right now. Not expecting to play that much tonight. He really hasn't been playing that much basketball for Indiana.
Williams takes the rebound as Grunwald misses the shot. 1:05, 1:04 left to play, 1:02. And the Buckeyes call a timeout here at St. John Arena.
Leading by 2, the pressure was not quite as intense as it could have been.
That's Kellogg again to Carter Scott. To Herb Williams, inside. Fake by Kellogg, puts it up, air ball, gets his own rebound, but it's tipped away. And it's a whistle under the basket. And Eldon Miller is really upset about something. He's gesturing wildly over on the sidelines, but the Buckeyes maintain control. Bounce pass to Smith, puts the ball up. Play is whistled at from outside.
We've got a foul, and it will be Herb Williams going to the line shooting 2.
Herb with a chance to tie it up now.
Foul's called against Ray Tolbert, and
45 seconds left to play in this one. Williams will
just to show you what a great analyst I was, I thought they'd go to Kelvin Ramsey, and they posted Kellogg up low. First one was an air ball, but he got a hold of the ball again.
That's good by Herb Williams. 45 seconds. We've got a thriller at St. John Arena. Second one by Williams, also good. Hits the nets and a tie. 57-57. Defense by Clark Kellogg. Breaks to the basket. Kellogg reaches in. And a foul is called. Grunwald got by Kellogg, and very wisely, Clark decided to foul him, not let him get that easy layup.
Grunwald made the good aggressive step out on top, but then really this fellow has had surgery twice on that left knee, and it was as if he didn't have anything left when he got to the basket. His shot looked a little bit off balance by the time he got there, but of course he was fouled. One here, foul before he shot the ball. 29 seconds left to play. Grunwald hits it. Indiana goes up by 1, 58-57. 29 seconds left on the clock. Big pressure free throw. 2 by Herb Williams. Second one missed. That one is missed. Smith comes down with the rebound. 25 seconds. 24-23. Calvin Ramsey to Kellogg. Carter Scott drives to the baseline. Jumper, no. Rebound. Knocked out of bounds. I believe they called the ball to Indiana. Bobby Knight does not want a timeout.
And you'll see all kinds of defensive pressure here.
I think you'll see a quick foul here by Ohio State if they don't happen to steal the inbound pass.
Ramsey stole it. But play is whistled dead. Play is whistled dead at the opposite end of the court. With 9 seconds left, I think the Buckeyes will get possession of the basketball.
Official ruling that the ball went out of bounds, so it goes back over to Ohio State. They've got 9 seconds left, and the Buckeyes have called another timeout.
Well, they called a timeout, and this crowd here at St. John Arena, all 13,597 of them on their feet, they of course are hoping for a win here by the Buckeyes. But right now, the Buckeyes have just one job to do, get one basket within 9 seconds.
Carter Scott pulled up on the left baseline and took the jumper. The ball was batted around, went off Ohio State, was given back to Indiana. They took it out of bounds, and from our vantage point, it looked like they were safely in bounds with it. Kelvin Ramsey got a hand on it, batted it. When Indiana retrieved it, they had a foot on the line, so the ball went back over to Ohio State. Same lineup. They're going into the box.
Kellogg underneath to Ramsey, puts it up, no!
Play is foul inside.
A foul is called on Grunwald. Bobby Knight up off the bench. Not pleased. You can see Jerry Sears in the background. Here it is once
There
again.
he is. Kelvin breaks wide open underneath. He's under pressure. There it is. Kellogg coming in. Grunwald coming back. And this time the call goes against Glenn Grunwald.
1-1, and what pressure on this 18-year-old freshman. Got to make the front end of the 1-1 to tie the game. First Big Ten game of his career. 1 point, 7 seconds left to play. Indiana leads 58-57. There he is, Special K, Clark Kellogg. Yes! Yes! Kellogg makes it! Listen to this crowd!
The ball went up too strongly, but he had good rotation on it, popped up in the air, and came right back down through the bucket. We're tied at 58.
Shot coming up, 7 seconds left. Yes! 59-58, the Buckeyes lead. Official counting, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time out.
I think we'll have to reset the clock as Isaiah Thomas rushed to the official. Bobby Knight now talking to Isaiah Thomas about how he went about calling the timeout. He had the right idea, but he really got there a little late. I think we're going to have more than 1 second probably reset back on the clock.
We've got a timeout here at St. John Arena with 1 second left. 59-58, and the crowd goes wild. The crowd goes wild. The final score here at St. John Arena, Ohio State 59, Indiana 58. Clark Kellogg makes 2 pressure free throws in the last 7 seconds as Ohio State beats Indiana 59-58.